Oh, all right. Okay, so it's been a while since I've like done this, like drawing tips, live stream and video and whatnot. All right, so yeah, so I decided, so that's why I wanted to do this today. All right, yeah, let's freaking do this. I'm also gonna I'm also gonna work on my colors, as I'm like giving tips if people do not come in and ask for tips. So I will be till then I will be working on my color, so don't worry about it. Also, I got a freaking $240 commission just yesterday. Okay, so we are gonna do that either in the evening, if I'm going to stream in the evening, or tomorrow. Okay, we will see, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, that's the freaking good news. Freaking $240 commission. And it's really hold on. It's about Musashi. I think it's about Musashi, the famous samurai. The commission, I gotta draw the famous samurai Musashi. Hold on, let me see. I like you to create a standoff scene. It should be gritty, dark, ominous, and red accent across the canvas, symbolizing bloodshed and death. Okay, very cool. I would like the scene to be a standoff battle between two Bleach prominent characters, Aizen and Ichimaru Gin. Okay, so it is Bleach. Okay, it's not Musashi. Sorry. They should each be positioned on either side of the canvas. On the left, Aizen and his Hyoku implanted chest exposed, furious after finding out Jin's betrayal. On the right would be Jin smirking in white, Nakama holding his short knife like Zanpakuto. Goddamn, I can't even freaking read. I can't even freaking read that. Okay, so I have never seen Bleach. Okay, so, and I do not know Aizen and Gin. Okay, Aizen and Ichimaru. All right, so this is gonna be kind of like very different commission. So yeah, we will see how it goes. All right, we will see how it goes. I will either stream this or I will do it like off stream. Okay, we will see. I don't know. Okay, because the client may not, you know, allow me to stream and allow me to probably post this, because it may be under like non-disclosure agreement. So that's why I will probably not stream this commission, but we will see. I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I will ask the client if I'm like allowed to stream, but if it doesn't allow, then it's fine. If they don't allow, it's fine. It's fine either way, don't worry about it too much. Okay, so we are doing some color freaking study, sorry, not color freaking studies, some drawing tips and working on my colors. Okay, so yeah, we will do some shit, don't worry about it. Okay, so this is the level that I want to reach. Okay, over here, hold on, this is the level that I want to freaking reach, and this as well. Okay, so we are gonna practice doing that. Okay, so first thing I see is the ambient light over here. All right, this is all freaking ambient light. So I do not normally do kind of like ambient light unless it's like necessary, but okay. And there is also the shadow over here. Oh, sorry, not the shadow, the highlight over here, which is like opposite to the magenta color. Okay, The shadow is like literally opposite to what the base color is. So yeah, look at this. Here it's magenta and the base color is orange. Here it's cyan or blue and the base color is almost like a magenta. Same goes over here, same goes over here, same goes over here. All right, so that is the trick. That is the trick. Remember that. And over here, the artist is using a lot of freaking grays. Okay, so they are kind of like using grays in the ambient light, and also the highlight. Sorry, the highlight is kind of like a opposite color, like a blue or something. Okay, and it is like very saturated in the base tone, so you gotta remember that. And also very saturated outline as well. So yeah, remember that part. Okay, so based on all of these observations, we are gonna start coloring now. We're gonna start coloring. I'm gonna take a very simple object. Okay, nothing too complicated. First I'm gonna do it with very simple objects. Do it with very simple objects. Don't worry about it. So I have been busy for like a couple of days, like 3 or 4 days. So yeah, that's why I was like not here. It's fine though. Okay, so this is a very simple object. Don't worry about it too much. This is the jingle bell. I don't know what this is called as, but in India we call it like a ghungru or something. Okay, so this is that thing. All right, so yeah, we will start doing that. Don't worry. All right. Okay, hold on. I think I messed up. Hold on. So this is the base, I don't know, base color or whatever you wanna frickin' call this. All right. Hold on. Okay. Now we kind of like do the frickin' highlights, some highlights. Because this is like kind of like metal, so we gotta do that very carefully. All right. I'm gonna blur this. Like this is the almost like the first time like I'm like blurring something. I never kind of like do the soft kind of like lighting and shit. So yeah, hold on. Let me push this towards the blues. All right. Now for the highlights. Okay, this is very important. Okay, I might have not done this properly, but this is very important. For the highlights, you do something like this. You choose a blue and just carve in the highlights. Okay. And you can have a very saturated outline for the highlight, because that is gonna bleed, the color is gonna freaking bleed out. All right, so that's why it will have a very saturated outline. So this is like a violet or something, okay, and that is why it's like gonna appear like this. You can change this color to kind of like a magenta. Okay, we will change it to magenta because we are doing everything in like cools. Okay, and then we will also change the base color to something like a reddish kind of like tone. All right, so yeah, let's do that, because that will certainly look very cool indeed. Yeah, something like that. All right, because now it kind of like harmonizes itself with the cools and the red. Sorry, with the cools and the warms. Sorry, I'm kind of like a bit confused right now. Hold on. And then there is also, hold on, a slight bit of kind of like highlight over here. Yeah, look at that. This is looking beautiful. Also, as an outline, hold on. As an outline, what we can do is we can take this blue color, or I don't know, whatever color, okay, or maybe this red color, okay. No, we will take a blue color and then just paint the outline like this. Alright, I think this is done. So to recap, the colors are something like this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it's a freaking split complementary. So I'm kind of like moving these colors a bit, okay, but these are kind of like the same, so it's kind of like something like this. So yeah, let's go. Okay, hold on, let me kind of like make this a bit brighter in a way, just to accentuate that. Yeah, okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Yeah, this is looking really freaking good, guys. This is looking good. Over here as well, there is like a highlight over here as well. Yeah. I think the colors are kind of like wonky a bit, not accurate in my opinion at least, but I think it's fine. But I think it's fine. Maybe I should just make this into a, nah, I think it's fine. This is fine, whatever. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think I kind of like messed up a bit. It's fine. We will just move on. Okay, we are gonna make mistakes. It's fine though. We are gonna move on. Okay, I kind of like did something like this, but it's fine. We will choose something like this. All right, we will do something like that. I do not want like too many grays, but some kind of like some part of like gray is like fine, but I do not want like too many gray stuff in there. Okay, next up is a freaking frog. All right, Next up is a frog. Okay, so hold on. The original kind of like colors, I'm gonna keep the original colors. All right, the original colors are yellow, green, and cyan. All right, these are the original colors. All right, these are the freaking original colors for the frog. Now I'm gonna keep the original colors, but gonna add, like, we are gonna paint this into kind of like a very different kind of like style. Don't worry about it too much. I'm gonna push the green slightly towards the blues. Alright, I'm gonna push the green slightly towards the blues. Maybe make it a bit darker, I don't know. Let's see. And add some tones to it. Yes. Add some freaking tones to it, because that is the way to freaking color this shit. Alright, then we are gonna paint the frog. Paint the frog on the leaf. On the leaf. Oh, hold on. Is the yes, the music is like on. I'm sorry, I kind of like forgot it to kind of like I thought like I forgot to turn on the music like always. So yeah, I did not forget. Don't worry about it. Okay, I think I need to make the leaf color a bit more dark green. Yeah. we will add more colors. All right. I'm gonna add some kind of like highlights to this a bit. Okay, not too much, only a bit. Okay, got it. Okay, hold on. I think I need to make this, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, I think this is done. I'll just add in a shadow. Yeah. Okay, I think this is done. Yes. Okay, so hold on. I have an idea. Hold on. Yeah. So what if I did this? What if I did this just like that? What if I did this? Huh? What if I pushed the green towards a blue? Okay, towards a bluer side. That will kind of look much cooler than before, I guess. Okay, whatever, man. Hey, what's up, Courts Creation? What's up, man? How are you doing? Oh, I'm just drawing and like giving tips on drawings, and just improving my freaking colors. Don't worry about it too much. What's up? How are you doing? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool, man. That's cool. Thank you for joining in, bro. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. I'm just trying to improve my colors. Okay, so I think guys, I think what the problem is that I am kind of not pushing the grays. Okay, I'm kind of like not pushing the grays too much. If I'm not wrong, all right. I'm kind of like not pushing it into the grays. So I'm like doing everything more saturated by the minute, okay? So but then I'm like forgetting about the grays, because in these examples there are kind of like blues mixed in with the kind of like original saturated tone, okay, with the warm. So I'm kind of like not doing the opposite kind of like colors, in my opinion at least. I could be wrong, totally wrong. So that's why it's looking kind of like off in a bit, or in this case I'm using like too many colors, in my opinion. The base tone should be like single, so I don't know. Okay, let's move on to the third one. All right, third one. Let's move on to the third one. We will see. Let's move on to the third one. I have a third one. This is a freaking candle. Don't worry about it too much. This is a candle that is like dripping wax. Okay, we are gonna do this like very freaking gray. Okay, we are gonna do this very grayish kind of like color and tone. Okay, but then I'm gonna also add some other freaking colors in the highlights and in the shadows and shit. So yeah, we will see how this goes. This is kind of like the base tone for now. Color is kind of like very difficult until you get it, but then otherwise it's like very difficult up until then. Okay, let's decide the colors for this first. Okay, this is the base freaking color. All right, then there is also yellow. For the light. Okay, and then these are the two basic colors. Okay, these are the two base colors. Okay, for the shadow we can go with something like a bluish. Okay, something like this. All right, so yeah, so these are the two basic freaking colors. All right, now we gotta add in more colors to this. Yeah, we can do something like this. We can do with the green. Okay, we will add some green as well. We will add some green as well. All right, and then what we can do is, okay, let's start with the green and the cyan. All right, we will keep it like a complementary scheme for now. All right, let's start with it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this was a bit tricky, but it's fine. We got it. All right, what else? Okay, hold on. Okay, I think with this one, we are kind of like getting somewhere. All right, we are kind of getting somewhere, in my opinion, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, with this one, we are getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. Okay, now comes the freaking tricky part. All right, now comes the highlight and the other kind of like lights. All right, we got him. Hold on, this needs to be very whitish kind of like tone, and then a yellowish kind of like halo on the sides. Also hold on. Okay, this is kind of tricky, but okay, we will get this. We will get this. Don't worry about it. Yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. This is what I call by freaking color. All right, this is what I call by color. Now what we can do is kind of like increase the increase the brightness, not the saturation. So I'm gonna try with a brightness contrast, kind of like look. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so this is how it should have looked, but I messed up as usual. But it's fine. This is how it should have looked from the beginning. Yep, this is how it should have looked from the beginning. And for the outline, what we can do is have a very saturated blue kind of like outline, just to accentuate the highlights and shadows and the form itself. Yep, but you know what, I'm kind of like still not happy with this. So we did these three, but I'm still not happy. I'm not on the level of this, I feel. Okay, so we are gonna do more. Okay, we are gonna choose an apple. So I'm gonna choose this reference, and then we are gonna do it more. All right, so I'm not happy. I'm not at all freaking happy with this. I am not at all happy with this. Okay, this looks something good, but okay, yeah, this looks something good, but yeah, that green color was like doing it in somehow. I don't know why, how. So it should have been like yellow and blue. That green color kind of was doing it in somehow. I shouldn't have added the green yet. Okay, so this looks kind of look good. Okay, but I'm still not happy, so I'm gonna draw the apple now. We will see how it goes. Okay, we will see how this goes. All right, hold on. Okay, so this is the freaking base color. All right, now we will add some shadows to this. All right, these are the shadows. Yeah, these are the shadows. All right, and then we will add some highlights. I'm gonna try 2 highlights. Okay, over here I'm gonna try 2 highlights. Hold on. This is gonna be kind of like a darker color, so dark greenish kind of like color. We can also keep, hold on, I will just keep this one. This is kind of like better in my opinion. Okay, this is a very dark greenish color, sorry, dark color. Now I'm gonna try 2 highlights on this. 2 highlights. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, first highlight is like gonna be freaking cyan or bluish. Okay, this is gonna be cyan or bluish. Which was totally successful, I guess. Okay, second highlight I want to try is a yellowish highlight. All right, so this is kind of like a warmish color. Okay, and the shadows are like cool. Okay, they are towards the magentas or the blues, so they are like cool. Now what happens when we add a yellowish kind of like highlight over here? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, awesome guys. This is super cool. All right, can have some kind of like texture to this a bit, nothing too crazy. And over here we can have more kind of like a bluish kind of like tone, just to let us know that the skylight is like hitting it. All right, Hold on, over here there is like a bluish tone, but not over there. Not over here though. It's more reddish. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And for the shadows on the ground, we can have something like this, bluish kind of like shadows on the ground. So the shadow over here is like blue, so yeah, something like that. So in this case, okay, so in this case, hold on, before I begin my freaking lecture. All right. So in this case, okay, the highlight is cool, okay, the lights are cool, and the shadows are warm. All right. In this case, the lights are warm, okay, the highlights are warm, okay, and the shadows are cool. All right. So yeah, cool light, warm shadows, and warm light, hard shadows. So that is the basic principle of like color. Okay. So now that we have achieved this, okay, we are gonna use this. Okay, so hold on, before I kind of like begin my kind of like color analysis, okay, what I have like figured out and shit. All right, hold on, I gotta do more stuff. I gotta do something else. Oh, what's up here, jurist? What's up? It's been a long time since you've been here. Welcome. All right, give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go pee and come back. All right, so give me like 2 minutes. Also, I'm wearing a new shirt today. Oh shit. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, I kind of like left you guys for a bit. All right, so give me. Okay, I'm gonna analyze this shit. All right, so the candle is bad, this is bad, this is kind of like bad. All right, so these are bad colors. This is good. Okay, this is good. Okay, so what I can do is like I can play with saturated colors. Okay, I cannot play with grays yet. Okay, that is my weakness. I cannot play with grays yet. That is my kind of like weakness for now. All right, so I gotta fix that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna take this color and push it towards the gray, slightly towards the blue, and gonna paint it over here. Slightly more towards the blue. All right, here we go, here we go. Yeah, look at that, look at that. Okay, so this is how we do the grays. Okay, let's pick colors from here. All right, and just learn it. Learn the freaking grays. All right, so they are mostly in the same kind of like color family, so except for maybe this one. No, it's the same. It's just too much gray though. Okay, so they are mostly in the same kind of like color family, so we gotta remember that. So keep it like in the same kind of like color family. So I kind of like did that mistake over here. This is like not in the same kind of like yellowish kind of like color family. So yeah, but this is fine, this is good. I do not know what I did wrong with the candle. Candle is like bad. So but we're gonna do more. Okay, let's do more. All right, let's do more. I will just delete these references, choose newer references. Oh, what's up, CCSS6554? Jesus Christ, this guy, crazy guy, guys. CCSS6554 is like a crazy dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. Okay, hold on. Let me search for some good references. Jesus, hold on. Let me search for some white references. Okay, I struggle a lot with white color, so let me look for some white kind of like references. White, yes, grayish kind of like references. Yeah, I kind of like struggle a lot with that. Like complete white, there shouldn't be any kind of like color to it, like the candle for example. So a complete kind of like a whitish kind of like color. Okay, I have this I think it's a spade card, if I'm not wrong. Hold on, I'm trying to find out more whitish kind of like stuff. Alright, whatever, man. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, I have this spade card. Okay, so it has the A. Okay, I do not know what the A is called as in English. Okay, yeah. So what we are gonna do is like, just gonna start drawing this shit. Alright, so this is the white spade card. Alright, now we are gonna color this. I mean, we already have kind of like colored it with the blue, but I'm gonna add kind of like more colors to this. Right, let's add the cyan and the green as well. All right, let's add the freaking green as well. All right, then let's add a yellowish or a greenish yellow or something, I don't know. Okay, then we can add a magenta finally. All right, what else can we add? What else can we add? Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, something like that. I kind of like chose the shadow to be kind of like a gray shadow instead of a very saturated shadow or a bright shadow. Okay, bright blue shadow, because I wanna start playing with the grays now. So yeah. I will make this a bit darker. Oh shit. All right. All right, this is like almost done. Hold on. Almost done, guys. All right, this is done. So, yeah. Oh wait! I forgot. Jesus Christ! Hold on, man. Hold on. I forgot. Oh my God! I forgot the freaking highlight. Jesus. Hold on. Then I gotta. Frick. Hold on. And I make all the shades a bit more darker then. Alright, now we will add the freaking highlights. Jesus, what the frick happened? Okay, so I am mixing the highlights. All right, I am mixing the highlights in like different colors. All right, different colors over here. So you gotta kind of like remember that shit. Sorry. Okay, so you gotta kind of like remember that shit. So mixing highlights in like different kind of like hues and saturations. Yeah, look at that. Yep, that's it. You're done. These are some candy colors. Don't worry about it. Candy colors. Okay, now I'm gonna do more. All right, now I'm gonna do more. Let's see. I'm gonna take. Okay, wait. I forgot to do the kind of like reddish color to this. All right, hold on. I am purposely choosing the kind of like darker colors, not the bright side, because I wanna learn how to play with the darker kind of like colors. I can go ahead and like choose a brighter kind of like shade, like I kind of like usually do, but now I'm gonna try to. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then we can add a bit of highlight to this. Just in case, all right. Hold on. We'll add a bluish kind of like highlight, all right. Bluish highlight. Bluish highlight, guys. All right, something like that. Yeah, so this is, hold on. I'm not done yet. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna do more white stuff today. All right, I'm gonna do more white stuff. We're gonna do more white stuff. Forget about everything else. We're gonna do more white stuff. Because painting it white is very difficult to do, all right, so we're gonna do more and more of it. I'm searching for something very simple. Hold on. Okay, I got it. We are doing a Coca-Cola can, right? A Coca-Cola can. All right, hold on. Let me. All right, here we go. We're gonna do Coca-Cola can now. Coca-Cola can. Coca-Cola can. Don't worry about it too much. Okay, one thing I forgot over here is painting the grays. All right, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Painting the grays. Yeah, something like that. The gray kind of like ambient light or something. I don't know. Okay. All right, now for the Coca-Cola can, guys. Coca-Cola can. It's gonna start with yellowish can. All right. Add some shadows. sorry. There were kind of like people at my house, so that's why I kind of like muted the thing. Sorry about that. So yeah. So I guess we kind of like did this. I mean, were able to do this. Hold on. One thing I gotta add is the ambient kind of like light to this. Hold on. So ambient light is mostly in the grays, okay, in the grays and the blues. So what I'm gonna do is like, yeah, something like this, something like this. This is the ambient light that I'm talking about. So yeah, all right, so this is the ambient light kind of like I'm talking about. All right, so this is very kind of like difficult to do, because if you choose a wrong kind of like gray or a wrong kind of like blue, it's gonna look freaking weird. So that is exactly what happened over here. Okay, so this was like bad, this was like wrong tone of light. Same goes over here, same goes over here. Okay, these were all wrong tones, so that is why this looks like shit. Okay, as opposed to this looks beautiful. So even if the values, hold on, even if the values over here are good, but the colors are kind of like shit, so it's gonna look like shit. Okay, so this is beautiful, and this is also beautiful. This is also beautiful. So yeah, this is like proper kind of like color. All right, so instead, okay, one thing that we can do is like, instead of this blue, we can move it slightly towards the green. Okay, and choose a freaking green. Okay, or this is a yellow, so we can move slightly towards the green over here and choose a greenish kind of like tone over here. That also freaking works. That also freaking works. Okay, same goes over here as well. But normally with the yellows, the complementary color is blue, so I will keep the green over here, but over here we will keep it as a freaking blue. All right. All right. Okay, so these are two whitish kind of like drawings. These are kind of like very difficult to do. Okay, white drawings very difficult to do. Hold on, I forgot the outline. Jesus Christ, hold on. For the outline, we can go with blue or kind of like a reddish outline over here. I'm gonna go with this shadowy kind of like outline, because that kind of like suits well for this one. So whatever suits, man, whatever suits, you can go with whatever outline you want. the outline color can change according to the whatever kind of like part it is. Okay, so for example, this middle part can have this bluer kind of like outline over here. All right, but the body can have that peach or yellowish kind of like outline. All right, so that can change and vary according to whatever the shit that it is. Hold on. Okay, so this thing is a bottom part. All right, this is a bottom kind of like part. Okay, so what we can do is like add this red kind of like outline to this. Okay, if it's like too strong, then you can just, I don't know, do some other kind of like outline, but for now I think it looks fine. So and the outline over here is kind of like not required. So over here the outline is like not required, but I'm like keeping the outline just because I can, basically. So yeah, and you can also, hold on, so this is a neat trick that I kind of like do. You can also cut the outline in between like this. Okay, so yeah, that kind of like creates a different kind of like effect, a very painterly kind of like effect. All right, you can cut the outline in between like this. That creates a very different effect. Look at this. Yeah, very cool and different effect. So yeah, this was a, hold on, I think I need to kind of like darken this part. Hold on, slightly dark. Okay, so this was painting some white kind of like things. Okay, this is not exactly white, but you get my freaking point. All right, this is not exactly white. Okay, but you kind of like get my freaking point over here. I mean it does not look white, but it is kind of like painted as white. So yeah, so if you want to exaggerate the white, what you can do is like do something like this. Yeah, something like this. You can do something like this if you want to exaggerate the white-ish kind of like tones. But now it does not look that good. Like always, it does not look that good. Let's see. Yeah, this looks good. This looks like white. So what you can do is like keep it to a slight grayer side. Okay, while keeping the values like the same. Okay, keep it to a slightly grayer side. So that will kind of like exaggerate the whiteness to it, because if you kind of like add a bit of like color to it, it's gonna look freaking colored. So yeah, that's why you gotta keep it like the white.